Let's start by having a look at our transport bar. To go to our transport bar, go to the window menu and select Transport Bar. First of all, we have the time display, which shows our position on the timing ruler. You can see our timing ruler reflects bars and beats, so our position on the transport is shown in bars and beats. We can position the cursor anywhere we want by simply clicking on the top part of the ruler. Next, we have the usual start and stop functions. They're quite self-explanatory, actually. We'll cover record in recording audio. Use cycle when looping. Punch in and punch out buttons are also recording related and will be shown in the recording audio section as well. The sync pull-down menu pertains to the synchronization of external devices. We will cover this in our video on synchronization. Next, we have our fast forward and rewind buttons. The two outer buttons are for jumping locators. If we press the fast forward button, the cursor will go to the right locator. Hit it again, and it goes to the end of the last blob. If we press the rewind button, the cursor goes to the left locator, then back to the beginning of the first blob. The two inner fast forward and rewind buttons scrub over the audio as we rewind or fast forward. Just to the left of the time display, the positions of the left and right locators are shown. We can move the locators by clicking and dragging. Fine-tune the locators by alt-clicking and dragging. If you don't have any blobs currently selected, clicking on the lower deck of the ruler bar puts the locators to the very start and end of the blobs. If we have blobs selected, clicking on the lower deck of the ruler bar puts the left and right locators on either side of the blob. Notice the locators snap to the nearest bars on the grid. The locators snap because our snap is on. If we try it again, but this time hold down Alt, then the locators don't snap. They are literally set either side of the blob. If we were to select some blobs this time with the snap off and click the ruler bar, it's the same as using Alt. Another way to move the locators is just to click and drag, then let go. This works well even if we're really zoomed in. We can see that our audio doesn't start right at the beginning of bar 1. Sometimes when you're dealing with live performances or happen to drag some audio into a project, you may find that the audio doesn't line up with the grid. In some cases, there's a number of steps involved in sorting this out, which we will show you in our video on variable tempo editing mode. For now though, let's drag the little 1 on the top of the ruler bar to the right to line up the audio properly. To help line this up better, highlight the first blob and zoom in. If we have the cycle activated, we can loop the section between the locators. On the right-hand side of the transport, we can choose the time signature and the tempo for our project. Right beside that, we have the auto-stretch box. We will come back to this in our quick start tutorial. It's for auto-stretching the audio as we speed the project up and down. And finally, we have the click section. We can turn our metronome click on by clicking this box here and adjust its volume with the knob here. That's our transport bar. Now let's see how we can make navigation easy by creating markers. Just put the left locator wherever you'd like it to be and choose Create Marker from the navigation menu. Let's call this one first. Let's create a few more. Let's call this one second. And this one third. The key command to save yourself some time is Alt-C. Now go back to our navigation menu. Now that we have markers, we can go to any marker we want using the scroll to and choosing the appropriate marker. If you select Zoom to, then Melodyne zooms in at the selected marker. If you no longer need a given marker, just go to Delete Marker and select the one you no longer need. Markers can also be used to save portions of audio. Make sure you see our video on saving and exporting audio for more details. That concludes our video on transport. You should now be able to easily navigate your project.